Okay, this is part 2 for the rotational review. This is only going to be the last 4 questions. These first 3, you're solving an equation and then you're going to prove it graphically. So where the left side and the right side are going to intersect, that's going to be where x equals. And then that's going to tell us if we're going to have one solution, no solution, or infinite solutions. Okay, so for this one, you distribute the 2 through. That's going to be 4x plus 2x plus 10. And then 4x plus 2x, that's going to give us 6x. And then if you look right here, you should have gotten that you have one line equals that same line. Or you might have come down to 0 equals 0. Does 0 equal 0? Yeah, it does. It equals the same thing. So then that means that infinite solutions, no matter what number you plug in, you're going to get the same answer. So we're going to start up at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Kyle Sanderson, contact the front office.
And then from there?
Kyle Sanderson, contact the office, please.
Okay. So we're going to start up at 10, and then I can either go up 6 over 1, or I can go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over 1. Okay, and then that's the same line, so it's just going to be that again. For this one, I'm going to distribute the negative 5 through. Negative 15x plus 10. And then I'm going to minus, oh, that should be a 10. Minus the 10 over, that's going to give us negative 75. And then if we divide by 15, so 15 goes into 32 times, it's going to be 60. So that's going to give us, divide by negative 15. That means x is going to equal 5. So the left side and the right side should cross at x equals 5. So I'm going to go by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So we're going to have a line that goes through 65. Oh, I did it wrong. It should go through at negative 65. So we're going to go down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Hey, can you come back in just a minute? I have to do a YouTube video for my student.
Yeah,
I'm just going to finish it really quick and then.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so sorry, somebody came to the door really quick. Okay, so right here, we're going to start down at negative 65. And then from negative 65, we're going to have a line that goes through here. And then I'm going to start up at 10. And then I'm going to go down 15, so 5, 10, 15, and over 1. Down 15, over 1, and so on. So you should have seen that it's going to cross somewhere at x equals 5. And if you were to plug this back in, 5 back in, you could tell exactly what point it was, but you should have gotten that it's at 5 and then negative 65. Okay, for this one is by far the most missed that I saw. Oh, back over to here though. This crossed once, so then that's one solution. Okay, for this one was the most missed one. I saw the most mistakes on this one. So first I'm going to minus the 3x. And then I got the x's on this side, so I'm going to minus 8 onto this side. So then, oh, that crosses out too, so we're going to get 0 equals 1x. Can x equal 0? Yeah. Too many of you guys said, no, x can't equal 0. Yeah, it can. All that means is that right here is where it's going to cross, because that's where x equals 0. Which makes sense, because if we go back over to here, if I start graphing this one, it's going to start up at 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and over 1, or down 3 and over 1. Oops, should go through there. Okay, or it starts at 8, and it's going to go up 4 and over 1. Okay, so if you look here, both of them crossed at 8 because they both started at 8, or their y-intercepts were at 8. So is our answer right? Yeah, because that's x equals 0. The y-axis is x equals 0, and that's where it crossed, because both of the y-intercepts were 8. Okay, this last one. Let me read it. It says, George left the football game and drove toward his house at an average speed of 45 miles per hour. Bob left at the same time, that's important, at the same time, and drove the opposite direction with an average speed of 25 miles per hour. Make an equation, then find the number of hours Bob needs to drive before they are 105 miles apart. Okay, so together, their new rate, they're going in opposite directions, so we're going to add their rates. So 45 plus 25, that means that our rate is going to be 70 miles per hour. So distance equals rate times time. So there's our equation. Now they want us to plug in 105 for the distance. So 105 equals 70 times t. And if you divide this by 70, you're going to say, oh, that doesn't go in evenly, but it does go in 1.5 times. So I've told you guys before, it has to be in a complete sentence. If this is on your quiz and that's all you've written, I'm going to mark off some points. You have to say, answer the question. So you say, Bob drove for an hour and a half before they were 105 miles apart. So you got to make sure that all of your word columns are in complete sentences. Okay, if you have any other questions, come on in before or after school or in advisory to get some help. Make sure you get help before this quiz, and if you don't understand anything, don't be afraid to ask questions. Good luck on your quiz.